What up?
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network, live on YouTube, PS4 live stream, Joe Price Facebook. Today we are doing week one of the Madden League Season 12 2018 live on Devin Smith PS4 Sports League Network. Hit the subscribe button if you like the content. Hit the bell so you can be notified when new content comes. Also, friend me on my PSN Joe Price 834 if you want to join leagues where you can win money in my seasons. Okay, friend me if you want to join in the league with me. Okay, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New Orleans Saints. The Madden League Season 12 2018 Week 1. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New Orleans Saints underway.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The Buccaneers have their new kicker, Chandler Catanzaro, out there to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. We get a good peek at a man in his 13th year at the controls of the Saints. In his 18th season overall, it's Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees. He makes everything go with that offense and makes everyone around him better. Every time he takes a snap, there's potential for a big play and a touchdown.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And running back Mark Ingram is coming into his own as a runner in the NFL. Over 1,000 yards each the last 2 seasons. And now he's teaming with Alvin Kamara in a backfield where both of them can run the football effectively and both of them can catch it out of the backfield as well.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Spins past it. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And we get a look at a man in his 4th season already at the controls of the Bucs offense. From Florida State, it's Jameis Winston.
And there's little doubt that he's looking for a big-time bounce-back season in 2018. Everyone expected a big year in 2017, but the team won just 3 times in his 13 starts. Some of that you got to put on their defense. They struggled, but there are too many inopportune turnovers that continue to plague him.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run it out of the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And tight end O.J. Howard is just scratching the surface of his potential. Great combo tight end, can get downfield and make the big catches and the long gainers, but also can block at the point of attack.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long for Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Easy. Ready. Move 90.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So out come the Bucs now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Following the interception, Winston. His throw incomplete. The defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore, there in coverage for New Orleans. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
What I love about Cameron Jordan's game is that it's so varied. He can play the run so effectively. Also rushes the passer, and at times he'll run with a receiver downfield. You name it, Cam Jordan does it, and he does it with some flair.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now Winston. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, Winston. Forced out to his left. And some room to maneuver. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Barber, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So a turnover-filled first quarter of play comes to an end. 0-0 our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down.
I was watching Lamar Jackson preseason game. Ravens are winning 2-0.
Lamar Jackson, yes. Yeah, Lamar Jackson. Did you watch the game? You watched that game late last night, I did. With Baltimore, I was killing that squad. Lamar Jackson, he's the
Jameis
truth,
to throw it. Being chased out left.
Lamar Jackson
Wind
the
up getting
truth
right about
the field.
4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Savage NFL Mobile, what is that? Master Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, man, Lamar Jackson's the real deal. I think he might be the real deal.
Second down throw for Winston. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I still got to get that pass
Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 3rd down, Winston steps away to his left. And Winston lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
You have to see his highlights from tonight's game. He shook like 3 defenders and ran for a TD.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Breeze trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
Look at interception for Tampa Bay. Look at this play. What a pick. Let's go Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There's not just maybe the
defense of Tampa Bay is looking monstrous in tonight's game. Look at that pick, man.
Maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Man, what
Here
a
comes
pick.
the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw, Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now Winston. Dancing to his left. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Exactly
So
what they
realistic.
needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, Breeze throwing on 2nd down. The pitch made over the middle by Ginn. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. They'll run here with Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
LOL, did it really read my comment? Vote libertarian, legalize all drugs, reinvestigate 911.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first
was an
half,
inside
but we do
job.
have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. What a disastrous start for him. So far, he's thrown the ball 2 times, both times intercepted.
The heck with his progressions. The heck with what he's seeing downfield. It's really simple, partner. See the color shirts your team's wearing?
Facebook and YouTube banned Alex Jones because he told the truth.
Your team is wearing. That's what the coach is taught him right now.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Winston. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with, but I thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Israel broke the nuclear weapon accord and illegally has nukes.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout.
Jameis Winston's coach ditched FSU and ran to Texas A&M.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Winston being chased out left. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick 6 right there.
Winston legit stole crab legs from Publix.
When those short throws come, those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. And an alley to run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you got to get your confidence going.
Throwing. Winston. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. To throw is Winston. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Winston now. And he's got him in. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Back to throw here. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Okafor in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that are turning the freaking frogs gay.
They're going to look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. White 25.
Winston now to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Forced out to it. And Winston lost the football. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. There he goes left side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He's going to float.
Hey Devils, were you in Flag Football World Championship chat earlier today?
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
So
from Buccaneers territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I like the NFL flag football. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I like the flag football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33.
I think it's kind of cool, flag football. You know?
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Alex Anzalone in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll set up a throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A second down throw for Winston. Out to the left there, complete to Howard. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. A first down throw for Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Here we go. Yellow waiting.
Bree's going to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And taken right at the 35. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he knows it. They know it. Everybody in this stadium knows a touchdown and a PAT, and they can walk away with a win.
So it's time to focus and just focus on the task at hand. Everything that's been practiced along the way. This 2-minute drill gets practiced all the time. How things have to be run, the types of plays that they like in this situation, the types of throws the quarterback likes, get it downfield. But there is a little extra urgency because they know they can finish it right here. Touchdown, and as you said, PAT, and they walk off the field winners.
Down 6 in crunch time.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A.J. Klein in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Needed 16. They got 17 on third down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Hey, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's back to throw. And they can't bring him down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber with time running out. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot if you're going to have another flag.
We'll see how they handle it. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now Breeze. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Ready. 90.
Now Breeze. Got to have this one. Now a desperate. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Let's go. Easy.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.